being on time to stream or me being in character as Emma and eating right now. I'm doing great, guys. Hopefully I'm audible because I realized after I started streaming that I didn't plug in my microphone. But it's yeah, it looks fine on OBS, so hopefully it's picking up the right mic. Yippee, Emma! It is so warm in my room right now. This is gonna be an ordeal. Thank you so much. Yeah, normally my timer, I'm quiet. Uh-oh. Oh, wait, I know how to fix that. Give me a second. That should fix my volume. Emma stream, yippee! Hi, Nick. Yeah, hopefully. I think that's the right... Yeah, okay. Hello, hello. It's very warm in my room. I'm probably gonna take off the lab coat halfway through, but I put on contact lenses for you guys. Because it's totally on accident. Early birthday stream. The stream was gonna be last week, and I was gonna be Emma anyway. I feel like Emma would Twitch stream. Yeah, I was gonna do this last week, and then I came home from Anime Milwaukee. And I was like, I'm not getting into Clavier one day and then getting into Emma the next day. I'll die. So we're doing Emma today, and my birthday's in 2 days, so this gets to also be a birthday stream. Yippee! I'm also, like, the same age as Emma. Like, I don't remember how old she is in this game, but, like, she's born in 2000 and so am I. Funny. I'm sitting on my lab coat right now. Jesus Christ. But yeah, this is gonna be, an ordeal of a stream because I have the entire rest of the trial to get through. I'm wearing contact lenses so I can't see anything. Yippee. Okay. We should probably start so I don't end this stream at like 3 a.m. I can set up my shit right. Please. Please, OBS. There we go. Turnabout Corner. I'm also gonna continue eating my snacks in the meantime. I'm only eating on stream because Emma would. And that just, like, feels like it makes sense. I'm kidding. Like, prioritize eating, but, like, it's impossible to eat and stream Ace Attorney at the same time. Shout out to people who stream, like, I don't know, RPGs. Y'all don't have to talk all the time. June 17th, 9:52 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. Oh god, okay. It's method acting, real. When am I not method acting as Ema Skye? She's not even, like, in this part a lot because she's the detective. I can do it. I can eat my snacks faster.
This is it! The big day! Did you get any sleep?
Yeah, I went to bed at 1 a.m. or so.
Oh? What time did you wake up?
3 a.m.
That's only 2 hours, Apollo. But at least you have me. And the amazing Mr. Hat!
Here's looking at you, kid. Is that Phoenix? I think it's Phoenix. Good luck today, Apollo. That voice. Yeah, okay. Hey, get any sleep? Mr. Wright! I was going out of my mind with boredom, so I sent myself out earlier today. Somehow that place makes fake piano playing at the Indochine pasta joint seem almost fun.
Daddy, do you know who Prosecutor Gavin's witness is today?
Take a guess.
How about Little Plum?
God, I wish. That Sherman tank of a mom? Nope. Guess again.
That's too bad. You know, speaking of moms, you need to find me a new mommy one of these days, Daddy.
It's barely morning and you're at it already, Trucy. Okay, see, this is why I don't buy their father-daughter relationship. Oh, sweetie, he's too gay for that. Phoenix is bisexual, that said. That said. There's a certain fucking situation going on during this game in particular. So, Mr. Wright, do you know who the prosecution's witness is? Alita Tiala, your client's fiance. She's going to be a witness? How about Papa instead looks at it? What if he... I love having little guys on my desk.
But that seems odd. Why would she testify against her own fiancé?
You have to wonder what Gavin's up to. Something's going down today, that much is clear.
Well, not to worry. I've got my panties back.
I thought every stream, I think I'm gonna be done saying words that are on the screen, and every stream I am wrong.
If we can't find a killer, I'll pull one out of there.
June 17th, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 4. Court is now in session for the trial of Waki Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is warmed up and it's a sold-out house. Very well. To recap. While yesterday's witness seemed more guilty than any other party,
Guilty of panty snatching.
we did find out one thing for certain. There were 3 people in the park at the time of the murder. Witness, the victim, and the defendant. Correct, Herr Judge. And today I'd like to do something a little new age. I'd like to look at this horrible crime from the outside. We're gonna bring the omnibus into the courtroom. The outside? The acquisition of the murder weapon. The preparation for the act. Our poor defendant told all, you see. To his betrothed. His betrothed? His fiancé, Herr Judge. His partner for life. With no chance of parole. Javier! I love him so much, however. Very well, you may show the, lucky lady to the stand. I want to get green nail polish because of her. Your name and occupation, Fraulein.
Alita Tiala. My occupation is future wife.
Ah, traditional values. I respect that. I don't. Alita Tiala... Do you think Alita Tiala would be on Tradwife TikTok? Oh god. Too many brides these days can't even weave baskets blindfolded underwater. Yet you're here today as a witness for the prosecution?
To be honest, I didn't want to testify at first. But I couldn't hide the truth.
Honesty, another admirable trait. Another admirable trait. Fraulein, is it true that on the day of the crime, the defendant, Waki Kitaki, confessed his plans? His plans for murder?
Yes.
Witness will please give her testimony to the court. I'm also, like, I said today was the finale of this case. When we were playing through the investigation last stream and we hit that office, I realized just how much more of this case there is. So I'm not certain we will make it through this in one piece.
It was the day that the family health checkup results came back. When Waki found out that Dr. Maractus had lied, he flew into a rage. I'll teach him, he said. He took one of the family's pistols. And you already know what happened that night. I just don't see how anyone but Waki could have done it.
False eyelashes. So the pistol did belong to the Kitaki family then. Yes, with regards to this, an investigation is underway at the Kadaki Mansion on charges of the possession of illegal firearms. Wow, this is just like Daigo Dojima. And the bullet that took the victim's life, was it? Fired from the pistol the defendant procured? Yes, this has been proven. Are we doing fingerprints of the bullet? Are we doing bullets of the fingerprints of the gun? Ballistic marking, son of a bitch.
How can you prove something like that?
Bullets carry marks from the barrel that fired them, called rifling marks.
Rifling marks?
Think of them as being a gun's fingerprints, left on every bullet it fires. They said the joke. His fingerprints, the gun, bullet. And when did you first hear about Waki's plan?
It was the day of the murder. I should have stopped him. I just didn't think he would actually do it.
Rifling Mark's triumphant return. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination.
Yippee.
Okay, let's press everything. Because I don't remember what the answers are. That was the day of the murder, correct?
Yes. Everyone in the family received their checkup results that day. When Waki looked at his face went so pale.
But of course, he had just found out he had a bullet in his chest. So, you were there at the time?
Yes. Poor Waki.
That must have been, quite frightening.
He was furious. He ripped his report up into shreds.
Incidentally, I had to request another copy to file as evidence. I have to sneeze. Oh god. A bothersome chore, but one I performed without complaint.
Waki's at an age where he's hard to control when he loses his temper.
He's 19. Thanks, Sina.
Of course, that little bit of instability is so cute.
Me talking about any fictional characters ever. Great, now he sounds like a psychopath. So, is it easy to take a pistol out from the house?
Not really, I think. There's a system in place to limit access. But Waki's a special case, being the next in line.
Perhaps his treatment was a bit too special, yeah?
Well, maybe he is a bit spoiled. I hear he got amazing presents for his birthdays. Last year was a switchblade made out of chewing gum and a chocolate gravestone.
Sounds like he has a taste for sweets and danger. The point here being that Waki had access to a pistol. What happened? Meaning the murder.
I tried to stop him. I really did. But Waki wouldn't listen.
Our defendant was nothing if not determined, it seems. Last thing you should do is blame yourself, miss. How can you say that for certain? How? Okay, Clavier. Herr Forehead, you will refrain from badgering the Fraulein. It was the defendant, Waki, was it, who took the pistol from his home. We know this for a fact now. I suppose we do. So, how could anyone else have used this pistol to shoot the victim? They could not. Simple logic, yeah? Does seem to be the case. Does the defense have anything to say regarding this point? Could someone else have used this pistol? Yeah, right? Hold on. Because I think the bit is like, there's no, it's been a hot second, but I'm pretty sure there's no fingerprints on it. Fingerprints are wiped. Based on your testimony, there was clearly another. One other person had access to that pistol. What's this? Interesting. Let's ask the defense then. I don't know where we're going with this. Tell the court who this other person with access was. It has to be Plum, logically, right? Or no. Bro, what the hell? I don't remember the answer. Hold on. Waki took the pistol from his home. Unless we can say it was her. Can we just say it was her? I don't remember. I'm gonna try it. Because you knew. Well, of course, I mean, you, Miss Tiala.
Me? But why?
You were quite clear when you told the court. You heard about the pistol from the defendant on the day of the murder. In other words, you knew what he was planning. Objection! Let me get this straight. I'm not. You intend to tell us that this lady stole the pistol from her fiancé and killed a man in cold blood on his behalf. I've heard of people doing strange things for love, but this... it does seem a bit unfathomable, to be sure. I'm all for romance and for supporting your partner in life, to be sure. I think I would hesitate at murder. You guys should play the Great Ace Attorney. I think, Your Honor, I think you need to read some history books about the British legal system in this universe. I hope you do more than hesitate. But what if a different connection could be proven? A connection between witness and victim. We might find that she had a personal motive beyond wanting to help her fiancé. That would put things in a slightly different light. What possible connection are you suggesting here?
You know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that the police never looked inside that safe.
I have evidence showing a connection between the witness and Miss Tiala and the victim. It's Waki's medical chart. Right? Yeah, Nurse Alita Tiala. That looks like a medical chart. Found inside a safe at the Maractus Clinic. I'd like to draw the court's attention to the names written on the chart. What? Miss Tiala, whatever. Why is your name written on this chart? Here you go. Well, care to explain the meaning of this, Miss Tiala?
I'm not sure what you mean by meaning, Mr. Justice.
Our warm little fiancé just froze over.
I was on staff at that clinic until half a year ago. It was boring, so I quit. That's all. Is there a problem with that?
Miss Tiala, you testified that you had no connection to the victim.
And I don't.
Now? Now?
I quit half a year ago, didn't I? So there's no connection. Let me guess. You're the kind of guy who can't rest until he knows every last detail of his girlfriend's past.
Yeah, his girlfriend.
Am I right?
Yeah, totally, his girlfriend. But that's not true at all. Why, I embrace the ones I love, past flaws and all, no matter... There's no connection now. Doesn't fly in a court of law. Sorry. There's no connection now, doesn't fly in a court of law.
Doesn't fly?
She's one tough nut. She probably feels right at home with the Katakis. You left your job at the Maractus Clinic, true. But you remained connected somehow. My eyeball. Very well, Mr. Justice. Totally, his girlfriend. His girlfriend that's across the court at the prosecution desk, obviously. His girlfriend Mikako, who is a small calico cat. Very well, Mr. Justice. Show us evidence that proves the witness is still connected to the Maractus Clinic. Her shoe. These sandals were found in the Maractus Clinic lobby. They're yours, aren't they?
Well, who knows? I'm sure there are lots of people with those sandals.
So sorry, Fraulein, but your act isn't working. Your moment of hesitation just now cost you.
What's with you? I thought you were on my side.
Perhaps you were unaware that toes leave toe prints? A simple analysis of these sandals will reveal all.
Well, now we see your true colors. I was wrong to cooperate with you from the beginning. I just wanted you to help Waki.
Jesus Christ, words.
I just wanted you to help get Waki back on the straight and narrow.
This court thinks you need to worry less about Walkie and more about yourself. It sounds as though we need to hear a bit more about your story. Your sandals were found on the entrance to the clinic, which means you went there on the day of the murder.
Well, there's little point denying it.
Very well. The witness will tell us about this visit. Why did you go to the Maractus clinic that day?
I did go to the clinic that day. My first time in half a year since I quit in January. I went to warn him. After all, I knew Waki had the pistol. The doctor always was a timid man. Too timid to admit his own mistake. Why else would I have gone? I'm not hiding any dark secrets. I wanted to tell him to be careful as an old friend.
By mistake, you mean? The mistake we heard about from the defendant. The botched operation.
He was a timid, small man, but I never wished him harm. I just thought I should let him know, you know?
That does make sense. Yes, but there is still one thing, which does not. What's that, Prosecutor Gavin? The sandals left in the lobby, of course. We can assume she wore these sandals to the clinic, yeah? Then why did she not wear them home? If it were me, I would have worn them home. I would have worn those sandals home too. So why were the sandals left behind? He pointed out the contradiction before me. There's probably a good explanation for this, right, Miss Tiala? Say, for instance, they drew his eyelashes so long. There happened to be a similar pair of sandals there which you wore home by mistake.
Actually, that's right. I'm impressed, Mr. Gavin.
Oh, it is nothing. There is, after all, no other possible explanation. Yeah, forehead. Oh, what the? No fair. He's filling the holes in her testimony. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Can we not? There's no way she went to the clinic just to warn him.
Do you know why she went, Apollo?
Time to figure out what really happened at the clinic and fast. I guess we can't just go straight for the shoe thing. No, go back. Around what time did you go to the clinic?
I don't remember exactly, but it was after 9:30, I think.
And that was the first time you had contacted Dr. Maractus in half a year.
Of course it was. He wasn't the kind of boss you made friends with.
So why did you go to the clinic that day? Go back. Did you want Dr. Maractus to run away?
Well, after I failed to stop Waki, I thought that was the only other way to avoid the problem.
Couldn't you have called? Why go in person?
I called several times that evening, but no one was in.
The victim was busy driving home until after 9 p.m. that night, remember? This was proven by this mirror yesterday, yeah?
I thought if I warned him, he would run away for sure. Knowing the doctor.
He was always a timid man. You mean that act of malpractice on Waki, correct?
he had just told Waki the truth in the beginning, none of this would have happened.
True, that operation was the start of this whole affair.
Oh, of course if he'd told him, he might have been erased by the Katakis much earlier.
A disturbing thought. We know that the Maractus Clinic had ties to the Kataki family. He probably couldn't have gone to the police, even if he wanted to.
That's why I knew I had to warn him.
No dark secrets, eh?
What? Look at me however you want, Mr. Justice. You won't find a thing.
He's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it, too.
You're free to think whatever you like. I went to that clinic with only one thought in mind.
But then you'd be betraying Waki, wouldn't you?
No, I did it for him. For us.
She went to warn him so that her fiancé would not have to commit such a crime, yeah.
I didn't want them to take my Waki away.
There's no way she went to- oh, we already did this. Okay. Where do we have to put the thing? I haven't looked in my court record in a hot second. What do we have? It's also, like, again, I know things from later in the case, but I don't know when they come in. Oh, no, go back. No, don't story mode, damn it. I think it must be this, right? That might be a good time to check the court record. Because these both have the, like, weird ink print thing. I don't remember what it is in them. I'm uncertain. Oh, wait. Is it this? Because it was in the safe? Ooh, I don't remember. She's hiding something, I know it. I must have some evidence that proves it too, so I think it's that one. I'm not hiding any dark secrets. Nope. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Fortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Justice. I must be on the wrong track. What is it, if not? Is it just this again? Is it to steal that? I do not remember. I'm gonna be a bitch about it. Oh, it was that again. Okay. This chart was found inside a safe in the doctor's office.
Yes.
Why would this one chart be in that safe? Miss Tiala, you know why it was, don't you? Mind filling me in? Dr. Maractus didn't have the leisure of making mistakes. That's why he wrote up a false report and kept the truth locked away. Bad, Herr Doctor. I hate him. And this is where you come in, Miss Yala. The nurse who filed this chart was you, which means you knew about Waki's failed operation. Interesting. You were in the same position as Dr. Maractus. Kinda makes it hard to claim no connection, doesn't it?
You're bold for a novice, I'll give you that. Mr. Justice, you must know I was only a nurse. The doctor is responsible for the chart's contents.
This chart business seems to be quite important. Please amend your testimony accordingly.
Too bad, little attorney.
Ooh! Oh god, I don't remember what hers is. My bracelet's reacting again.
What is it, Apollo?
It's time! I felt my bracelet tighten just now.
Your bracelet?
Just like yesterday, like you said. When a witness is unsure of something, their nervous habit gives them away.
But I can't see anything, Apollo.
Huh? Then what's my bracelet reacting to?
Wait, maybe? Yes, that has to be it.
What has to be it?
Your senses, Apollo. They must be sharper than mine.
Huh?
I can't see it, but you can sense it.
I don't know about that, Trucy. I don't have some kind of special power or anything.
Listen to me, Apollo. There's a weak point somewhere in Miss Tiala's testimony. But we don't know what her nervous habit is.
Well, then what do we do?
You have to perceive it yourself, Apollo. With your eyes and your senses.
And it's up to me and my bracelet. I don't know why, but the bracelet helps. Somehow, touching it helps me focus. Let's give it a shot and bring down that testimony.
Why would I go to the clinic now for a half-year-old chart?
No. Help, what is the it's R. I think I remember what it is. Yes. She twists her ring. I have to wait for it to play again, but...
Gotcha!
Oh, you have to press it twice? Oh god, freaky red eyes. Why go to the clinic for a half-year-old chart now, you ask? But you know why you would go now, don't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was quite clear, Miss Tiala. You have a nervous habit. The moment you said the word now, you used your right thumb to fiddle with your ring.
What?
She was unsure. I saw it. Now, that's the key word. The chart wasn't a part of your past. It was a clear and present threat.
That's ridiculous. Why, if that were the case, I would have had 6 months to do something about it.
Indeed.
Huh?
Which means something happened quite recently. Something to make that chart a problem for you now. And I've got her on the ropes now, I can feel it. Time to strike the killing blow, with evidence. Miss Tiala, there's no use trying to hide it. The chart became a threat to you now because of this. I think it's this, right? Urgent exam needed. I think so. She needed to get that before Waki died?
Take that!
That might not be it. Oh no, it's right, okay. A health checkup report belonging to the defendant. Oh, because another doctor caught the mistakey. The Katakis are trying to get out of the business. The health checkup this month was their first ever. What did you think when you heard about this?
Huh? Nothing. Why should I think anything?
Oh? I would think you were positively beside yourself. Because you were afraid. You knew what Waki's chest x-ray would reveal. A full half year had passed since the operation. You thought you were home free. When the chart came back to haunt you.
Ah!
No. She screamed.
That's all, Your Honor. What just happened? Did the witness just admit to lying? I sensed it. There was a great aura emanating from her forehead. Very cool. So the lady was lying, it seems. That's correct. She said she had no connection to the Maractus Clinic. But her connection was deep indeed. A bit too deep. If the Kataki's got a hold of this chart with her name, she'd be finished. Isn't that right, Miss Tiala?
You guessed it.
Order. Order! I did it! I broke her testimony.
Amazing, Apollo. I didn't see it at all. Daddy was right about you.
Wait.
Miss Tiala?
It's true, that chart was bad news for me. That's why I went to meet the doctor that day. But that's all. I told him about Waki and went home.
It appears that this cross-examination is far from over. What? She hid the truth from us, this is clear, yet... It is not clear that this truth has anything to do with the case at hand. Very well. The witness will add to his... The witness will add this to her testimony. And we'll have a bit more cross-examination. Oh, I was so close.
You're still close. Keep on her, Apollo.
Nothing happened at all. I warned him and left.
Hold it!
My eyeball looks a little irritated, speaking of freaky red eyes. Never mind, it's the lighting. Hello? Methinks my eyes are dry. How did Dr. Maractus respond to the warning?
Oh, he was quite surprised. Panicky, even. Who wouldn't be scared to learn a Kataki was after them?
Incidentally, this court is not afraid of any mobsters. Why, we had a life-threatening situation just yesterday right here in this courtroom. Yeah, real impressive the way you stood up to the attack of the amazing Mr. Hat, sir. After which I carried you back to your chambers.
Sounds like the judge had quite a fright.
Nothing happened in Dr. Maractus's office that day, huh?
What about the mess we found? Something definitely happened in that office, Apollo.
I know. We can't prove when it happened. Nor that Alita Tiala was in any way involved.
Well, let's try putting some evidence up anyway.
No, go back. I hate it when it does that. Okay, it's either... I don't know if we can prove that the door was open, so it's not the bullet. I think it's the lamp.
Objection!
It's not the lamp. Damn. It might be the shoes again. Totally not right. Haha, what? You didn't overrule my objection. What are you talking about? What? No. Oop. Hello? Oh, my entire eyelashes fell. Okay. God, we have so many pages of evidence too. Is it this? It's not the lamp. It's not that. It's... I don't think it's the bullet. It is the bullet? Okay. You say nothing happened in the doctor's office. I disagree. Take a look at this. Look at this squished bullet.
What's that? It looks like a squished up ball of clay. Kinda like you, actually.
This bullet was... What the hell? This bullet was found in the Maractus Clinic office. Something did happen in that office, Miss Tiala.
Objection!
Enough of this joking around. The police investigated that clinic.
Objection!
But this was stuck inside the doctor's safe. Inside the safe? Oh my god, my eyelashes. Inside the safe.
I guess the police didn't check that far.
Objection!
But there is a problem. How can you say that bullet was fired on that day?
Objection!
Weren't you the one who explained rifling marks to us? The pistol was taken from the Kitaki mansion that day. If the marks on this bullet match the murder weapon, then that proves the firearm was discharged in that office on the day of the murder. I would not have gone with that personally, Apollo. Not bad, Air Forehead. Bailiff, have this bullet analyzed immediately. Ah, the wonders of modern forensics, how I missed you. 30 minutes later, a report arrives. Rifling marks on both bullets are identical. Well, seems as though the bullet in the safe was fired from the murder weapon. Perhaps the defense would like to state their position. The bullet in that safe proves one fact. A pistol was fired in that office on that day. And at the time of the firing, the safe was open. The safe which contained the top secret chart. You think someone was threatening Dr. Maractus in order to open the safe? Only one person was in a position to do such a thing. Our witness, Alita Tiala. Order, order, order! Mr. Justice, where are you going with this? Are you accusing the witness? Alita Tiala knew about Waki Kataki's botched operation. She got engaged to him without telling him about it. As long as that bullet remained in his chest, his days were numbered. What if she married him and then the bullet finally reached its destination? What? That reminds me. Apparently, the Katakis have been asserting themselves in lawful business practices. They're making quite a great deal of money. A fortune, if you will. Nefarious. So she planned to marry him just to get her hands on this fortune.
Waki! You keep talking trash about my Alita, and I'll sue you, lawyer man.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, you said... You said you'd abuse my Alita.
I think you meant accuse.
Same difference. Well, you can't have her. She's mine. It was me. I shot that doctor. Me. He left me to die, so I left him to die too. There in that park.
But, Waki!
Just cool down a second, please. You keep your hands off my Alita, or I'll...
Tee.
Miss Tiala.
I'm sorry. It's been so long since I've laughed so hard.
Something funny? I don't know why I did that in the judge's voice. Something funny.
Walkie. Wake up and smell reality. Alita, baby. The signature on the chart. The engagement. I mean, come on. It's so obvious. Even for a brainless, spoiled brat as yourself. Alita. Don't be mean to him.
Your honesty is like a breath of foul air, Fraulein.
Hey, I wasn't getting out of this clean anyway.
So, the family fortune is what you're really after.
That's right. I wanted the money. He's just a little guy. Stop being mean to Walkie.
I love Waki so much.
No way. That's whack. I ain't trying to hear that. Should have done the wedding earlier. Oh well. By the way, can I ask you a question?
Who, me?
I believe you said you were going to abuse me.
Accuse.
Of what crime, might I ask?
Huh?
Oh, I'm a bad girl, sure. I got close to that brat because I wanted his money. But he was the one with the pistol. He could have fired it into the safe after I'd already left the clinic.
What?
I would never do a thing like that. It was definitely that silly brat.
Wait, but
What are you talking about?
Trucy?
You had the most to lose if that chart was found.
But I didn't have a pistol, now did I?
Well, you could have taken walkies.
You'd think he'd have mentioned that, no? All I've heard him say is, it was me, I shot him.
Objection!
It's only because he's trying to protect you. Sorry to intrude in this lovely conversation. But the two of you are forgetting one critical point.
What point?
Certainly the Fraulein wanted that chart. You assume she threatened the doctor into opening that safe, but then... wouldn't she have taken the chart?
Oh.
You see? That chart wouldn't have been left in that safe. He's right. Miss Tiala,
Yes?
it is clear to this court that you are not a very good fiancé.
Oh, I'm flattered.
Perhaps it's time you told us the truth. Tell us about yourself, including your actions and whereabouts on that day. Don't forget, we've proven that you were at the Maractus Clinic on the day of the crime.
Yes, I went to the clinic that day to speak to the doctor. I wanted that chart, but I failed to get it, so I went back to the clinic later. In any case, I didn't shoot him. You don't even have proof that I stole the pistol, do you? And that brat was spotted in the park in the moment of the crime. Frankly, I don't think it matters if Dr. Maractus was shot in the temple or not.
Hello? Why did you bring that up? You went back later?
The chart was dangerous, you understand. I needed to get rid of it. That's why I went that day.
But you couldn't get the chart then, could you?
Later that night, Dr. Maractus was shot. I'd heard about the shooting, waited a day, but then I had to go back. No easy feat with the cops all over the place.
That was you.
Apollo! That sound! It came from behind this door.
Someone's in there. A break-in. They left through that window. So you were the burglar.
That was you too? If only I had one more minute. And I could have opened that safe and gotten the chart.
What? That's trespassing. And brazen at that.
Oh, is this a trial for trespassing now? Besides, you can't blame a girl for wanting to protect herself. They are gangsters, you know.
In any case, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination. Admitting the little crime to avoid the big one, huh? Hello. Well, that won't let me fast forward.
Hold it!
There we go. The doctor was shot in the right temple, yes?
So it seems.
Let's review the facts again, shall we? If the killer is shot from this location, and the bullet... Nope, the bullet would have struck our victim square in the forehead. However, the entry wound was in the right temple. Yes, we heard testimony on this yesterday. At the time of the shooting, the witness was standing here. Just before the gun was fired, he shouted. The victim turned his head to look, and was shot.
Objection!
But that testimony was proven to be a lie. Our egregious panty snatcher, Mr. Stickler, did witness the crime. But he was standing to the north, next to the trash can where he tossed his panties. If Mr. Stickler shouted from this location, the bullet couldn't hit his right temple.
Silly, silly attorney.
What?
Do you remember what you had for breakfast that morning?
Do you remember, Trucy?
I always have a glass of milk for breakfast.
Okay.
What matters is one thing. The doctor was shot in his right temple. If that's the case, there can only be one explanation. The panty guy was mistaken.
Objection!
But his location was proven. You can't write that off as him being mistaken.
Objection!
Then why don't you show us, Hair Forehead? Show you what? Must I explain everything? Very well, let's recap. If the witness, Panties Guy, was standing to the north, then where was the shooter standing? From what location did the killer shoot the victim? Wait, if the witness was standing there, how could anyone shoot the victim in the right temple? I merely laid out the facts for us. It is up to the one possessing the shiny forehead to show us. If you can, that is. Waki Kataki was standing at the killer mark, Wesley Stickler at the witness mark, and of course Pal Maractus was at the victim mark. Let's hear what the defense has to say. Where was the killer standing when they shot the victim? They were in the thingy. As the facts stand now, we can't explain this crime without contradicting ourselves at some point. But I know why. The real killer shot from an entirely different location.
What are you talking about? I don't see any other place.
Apparently, Mr. Justice does. Let's hear it. Where in the park did the killer shoot the victim from?
Objection!
It's time to raise the roof and the stakes. Huh? Penalties are such frightening things, don't you think? But what if they were a bit more terrifying? I love how I already have 2 missing, so it's just really not that much of a threat. Like so. Double penalty. Our forehead wishes to take us in a new direction. Then he must be ready for the challenges ahead. Challenge accepted. It's justice time.
Are you sure, Apollo?
The key is the witness, Mr. Stickler's testimony. If we believe that, and we know where he stood, and the victim turned when he shouted, there's only one place the killer could have been. The killer shot the victim from here. Inside the noodle cart.
Take that!
I believe we all owe a debt of gratitude to Miss Alita Tiala.
What do you mean?
Thanks to you, we had a chance to review the crime. And this time, we were prepared. We know that Wesley Stickler was telling the truth. We should have listened to him from the beginning. Wesley Stickler was standing next to the trash can when he saw the two men. He shouted, just as he told us in his testimony. And the victim turned to look in his direction. A shot was fired. The victim was hit in the right temple. Oh no. Oh yes. Which direction was his right temple facing at that moment? That's right, toward the noodle stand. Order. Order, order! So you're saying the killer was inside the noodle stand?
Objection!
Let's think about this a bit more, shall we? You say the killer was inside the noodle stand, which would mean the victim, Dr. Maractus, came to the park, wheeling his own murderer in the cart behind him.
This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I think you'd notice if you were pulling someone along.
Objection!
There's something we should worry about before that. Why was he pulling the noodle stand in the first place?
Objection!
Let's deal with our problems one at a time, shall we? Someone was hiding in the stand. We have not come this far to talk about possibilities. Let's talk about proof, baby. Why are you calling Apollo baby? Show us evidence that proves someone was in the stand. Can I prove that? You want evidence that someone was in that stand? Well, I got it. I got it right here. I think. Intriguing. Let's see what you've got. Show us proof that someone was hiding in the noodle stand. It's the slipper, isn't it? Yeah, because there was, if you, at the bottom of it has leaf. Yeah. 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 Right? The classic case attorney, I think. The music didn't stop, but it was right. The Maractus Clinic, and they're covered with paint. These slippers were found in a trash can near the crime scene. And a single slipper print was found at the scene. Right next to the noodle stand. Oh, and Miss Tiala, your toe print was found in the left slipper. In other words, this is proof that you were inside the noodle stand. She's green.
Objection!
Yet there was only one slipper mark found at the scene. Can this be called a footprint in good faith?
Objection!
Observe the diagram. A park pathway runs right next to the slipper mark. A slipper wouldn't leave a trace on a cobblestone path.
Objection!
Yet you still cannot say that this is a footprint, yeah? Why not? You have an impression left by a single slipper. What if it was on the stand and simply fell to the ground?
Objection!
That's just dumb. One more thing. A noodle stand is typically cluttered with the tools of the noodle making trade. There's no room for a person to ride in there. You have a point. Could someone have hidden in this stand?
Apollo, I think I might be onto something. I think I figured out one of our pieces of evidence. In order to make room in the stand, some things would have to be...
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have proof that someone could have hidden in the stand? I can prove one thing. Someone did scheme to clear the space in the stand. Bowl? Is it bowl? I feel like it's bowl. I don't remember. I don't think there's anything actually like on the noodle stands that proves anything.
Huh? Look at this, Apollo. Mr. L did spell his name backwards on this side.
I think that says noodle.
As in...
Oh wait, as in Eldune's Noodles.
Huh. Oh, I get it. So the name of his store is the same whether you read it forwards or backwards.
Yeah, I guess it would be. Well, except for the last S.
Then how about a store called Team Meat?
Close, but that would be time backwards. And what kind of a store is that?
Why, a store that sells meat. It's not meat unless it's team meat.
What the hell? What am I doing? I think it's bowls.
Take that!
This is a noodle bowl from the stolen Eldune's noodle stand. Jesus. Yes, and what about it? We discovered a large quantity of these bowls yesterday. All right. In the lobby of the Maractus Clinic. A large quantity of noodle bowls in the victim's clinic. Mr. Eldune was very clear about those bowls. Well, I don't care who did it. Without that stand, I'm finished. All my noodle bowls were in there, too. Yet the bowls were removed. That night, there was space inside that noodle stand. Space created at the Maractus Clinic, no less. Right around the time that you were there, Miss Alita Tiala.
Stop! I won't listen to any more of these wild fantasies. Not fantasies. They're worse lies than that spoiled brat's pickup lines.
Mean. I mean, you're right, but mean. I would like to remind the witness of her current status. This court does not consider you entirely innocent.
Show me an innocent, I'll show you a fairy tale.
In any case, the defense has, somehow, made his point. The witness had both a motive and an opportunity to kill Dr. Maractus.
More fairy tales. This whole trial is a fairy tale.
And please pull us back down to reality, Miss Tiala. I'm giving you one last chance to explain yourself. This is it. Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand that night? And what was Alita Tiala doing inside it? Time to get to the bottom of this case.
That night, I went to ask Dr. Maractus for the chart. I had no intention of ever letting the chart fall into the Kitaki family's hands. But Dr. Maractus didn't understand. For some reason, he thought the Kitakis had sent me. So I gave up and went home. All I did was talk to him.
You knew about the botched operation. So you tried to get rid of the chart to save yourself.
I won't make excuses. And I did warn the good doctor. I gave him a chance. I told him that brat got his health checkup report. And that he was coming to settle the score.
I see. Very well, Mr. Justice. Begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. This is the last testimony. Either I perceive the truth or it's over. I think I remember what it is. It's either this one or... because I remember what her tick is. Or it's this one, but I don't think it's this one. I think it's the last statement. It certainly would have put a damper on your wedding plans, I'd say.
Not only that, if the Kitakis had gotten that chart, I'd probably be with Dr. Maractus now, pulling that great noodle stand in the sky.
It seems our witness was in a fix as well.
Who would want to die pulling a noodle stand?
When I die, it will be by disappearing mysteriously in the middle of a magic act.
Guys, maybe a little less morbid, please.
So you see, I needed that chart.
Yeah, I think it's the last one because that's not a lie that she told just now. I think it's this one. If that was really all that happened, what were all those noodle bowls doing there?
How should I know? There weren't any bowls when I went, I know that much. Why don't you let me be and go look for your killer someplace else, alright?
Do I detect uncertainty there? This is my last chance.
Apollo, any word from your bracelet?
Yeah, actually. I felt it respond.
I couldn't see a thing. It's up to you, Apollo.
Time to perceive the truth. Here comes justice. Okay, it's that last one. Let's go. Let's go. I think it's this. Ah!
Gotcha!
All I did was talk and lie.
What? Show me proof.
Pretty sure about this one. I think I'm getting the hang of this. Little slip in confidence and they give it all away. The proof is you, Miss Tiala. All I did was talk to him, you claim. Yet you can't hide your own nervous twitch when you say those words.
My Twitch? What are you talking about?
We're on Twitch right now, funny. You have a habit of scratching the area of your neck. Wait, the area of your neck around the edge of your scarf.
What? What?
Hello? Thank you, whoever just followed me. I can't see. Thank you, Locos MG, I think is what that says. I can't read because I have contacts in. And my vision is garbo. This is working better than I'd hoped. Her unconscious actions tell the truth she won't say. Habits and lies. 2 dots. Connect the dots and find the truth. I've connected the dots.
Don't look at me like that. I told you the truth.
Seems when you recall what really happened in that office. You can't keep your hands off your neck, can you? Seems that nervous habits are unconscious reactions that manifest when someone is trying to hide something. You're a streamer, aren't you, Miss Tiala? You can't hide behind your scarf, Miss Tiala. Something happened between you and the victim in the Maractus Clinic office. And I've got proof that shows exactly what happened. Lamp.
Take that!
What's that? You're touching your scarf again. There's something unusual about this lamp. The bulb is broken, and there's a red splotch on the cord.
Huh?
Seeing how you hide your neck, I think I can come up with a plausible explanation for the lamp's state.
Well, spit it out. This talking in circles nonsense is killing me.
Very well. The answer is very simple. Miss Alita Tiala, please remove your scarf.
Objection!
This is a trial to determine what happened in that park. Yet we seem to have drifted off target.
Objection!
We'll find out soon enough if we're drifting. As soon as the witness removes her scarf.
I won't do it. This is insane. I'm an unrelated third party.
You can't order me to, You can't order me to remove my clothing, Miss Tiala. I'm afraid you've forgotten what's already been proven.
What?
You're hardly unrelated. Please remove your scarf.
No. No.
I knew it. So I was right, wasn't I, Miss Alita Tiala? Your neck? That isn't what I think it is. Something did happen that night at the Maractus Clinic. You needed to get that chart back no matter what it took. Even if you had to steal your fiancé's pistol to do it. But wait. Looking at this lamp at the witness's neck. Looks like the very opposite happened. Exactly. The victim in the clinic that night was this witness, specifically. You tried to threaten Dr. Maractus and he attacked you. That's what happened that night at the Maractus Clinic. Yeah. Break down. Order. Someone please tell me what really happened.
I told you the truth already. I went to the clinic that night to warn Dr. Maractus. That gangster knows everything. He's coming for you.
I have to give Maractus a voice? Imagine being the custodial staff after this trial being like, the fuck is with all the feathers in the room? Looks like my clinic's seen its last patient.
We have to get rid of that chart. Quick, open your safe. Give it to me.
So you can save your own skin.
What?
I know what you're up to. You want in with the family. If they see that chart, you're finished. Leaving me holding the short straw. But if I'm going down, I want some company. You! What happened next?
He jumped at me and knocked me to the floor. Then he took that cord. Pal Maractus was serious. Deadly serious. He really tried to strangle me. I must have blacked out.
So, you were the victim. And the red splotch on the cord was your lipstick. Which is a weird thing to add at the end. Like, she's clearly not wearing any. Well, I mean, she's not wearing any red lipstick, and the splotch is definitely red. Like, okay.
I didn't want to remember that night. That's why I didn't bring it up. Are you happy now? I was out cold, almost killed. And you claim I then snuck into that noodle stand. But how could I?
Ah! Well, one thing is clear. We now know what really happened at the Maractus Clinic. It would seem that our victim was not entirely without blame himself.
I'm sorry. I get so nervous just thinking of it. It's hard to breathe. I've told you everything. Can I go home now?
You bear some responsibility for events that day, it's true. Yet if you were also a victim, this court would owe you some sympathy. Well, Mr. Justice, I believe this clears up the remaining questions for Miss Tiala. When did this happen? Suddenly, everyone's sympathizing with her.
I don't know what to think anymore, Apollo. I mean, is that it? Do we know everything we need to know about Miss Tiala?
No, we don't. It's an ace attorney trial. Very well. This finishes the cross-examination of this. Ah, Clavier. They really, like, they drew... Yeah, they gave him the pretty eyelashes. Not so fast. Not so fast! Shilong Long, I miss you. This party's just getting started. Now we rock. Long, my beloved. It's because I'm into Yakuza now that every 2 seconds I'm like, oh my god, Shilong Long. What? The specks on your the specks on your head are softer than they look. Or do you not have the Or do you not have the stomach to go all the way? Prosecutor Gavin. Shilong Long, you would have loved Kiryu Kazuma. They would have been friends. Actually, I don't know if they would have been friends. I feel like they would have been friends. They're both nerds. Pal Maractus choked Alita Tiala. She fell unconscious. But what happened next? You can see the fight between them being very funny. There are already fights between Kiryu and Ryuji. Those already happened. I joke. I don't think Long would like Ryuji very much. Cause he's mean. I gotta make a tier list of Yakuza characters based on would Shilong Long like this guy. But what happened next? Long would probably hate Ryuji from an ideology. Yeah, no, he would from an ideology standpoint, right? Because, like, as many Yakuza jokes as I make about Long, he is literally a cop, hilariously. He is an Interpol agent. I think he would like Kiryu, though. I feel like he would like Daigo, but only, like... Maybe I think of Daigo as, like, way nicer than he actually is. I think that's what it is. He and Date would be friends. Yeah, he would like Date. He would like Date, and he would... I don't know if he would like Tanimura, honestly, because Tanimura is corrupt as shit. I like Tanimura. He would like Akiyama, I think. They have a similar vibe to them in the, like, just saying shit category. He would chew out Tanimura so hard, yeah.
He's right. There is more we don't know.
But she was choked hard enough to leave that mark. She would have been out for a while.
Even still, what if that was her in that noodle stand?
You know what it is? Long and Kaoru Sayama would have gotten along so well because it's he gets along with girl bosses, I think, because he likes Franziska. Or at least, like, it's ambiguous whether he likes Franziska. I think he likes Franziska. I think they're friends. But yeah, he and Kaoru would get along well.
Even still, what if that was her in that noodle stand?
Alita Tiala, half dead. Dr. Maractus pulling that stand. And a bullet fired from inside the noodle stand. Considering his investigative partner was Sheena, I agree. Yeah. I think he would get along with all the girl bosses. He would get along with Kaoru. He would get along with Sunhee and Chungi, the one that makes a three mouth. I miss my trash can. Yeah, he would get along with the Kamichu, I think. I don't know them yet, but like I think personally. Yeah, I've had Kid Chungi, and Sunny would get along with him. The actual Han Chungi, no, not at all. He would not like that guy. He would not like the Jinguan Mafia.
What if it's all true? We might have already figured out what truly happened that night.
It occurs to me also that Long's backstory and Tanimura's backstory are like not that different. Y6 Chungi and Long would try to tear each other to shreds, and Chungi would win. Miss Alita Tiala, as you can see. We're not through with you just yet. Actually, maybe Long can throw down better than I thought. He did catch Franziska's whip that one time.
You really want to blame me for this murder, don't you?
You too, Prosecutor Gavin. Me? Fraulein, I only wish to know the truth.
I reach out to the truth.
Well, let's go back over what we've learned up till now. Also, this case is going much faster than I remember it going. I saw that, I scrolled through the guide of it because I was like, I don't remember how long this case gets. I need to check because I've got to be in cosplay. I don't want to die. And it looks a lot longer, but I think we're near the end of it already. On the day of the murder, Waki saw his checkup report, from which he learned about the bullet still inside him. Wait, Kyrie's inside me? So he took a pistol from the family stash, with the intent to give Dr. Maractus some of his own medicine.
And Miss Tiala heard about this from Waki. So she went to the Maractus clinic ahead of him. In order to get rid of the chart with her signature.
But then, something happened. I just noticed that I don't listen to, what the fuck is this song called? I don't listen to Guilty Love that often. It is not really to my taste, especially the vocal version. It's goofy / pause. I do think it's fun. I just don't listen to it a lot. But I just noticed that the background has like the galloping rhythm that's similar to Barracuda, and so I like it this much more. I'm also I'm not much of a listen to game soundtracks without vocals and like person. The two exceptions are the Bayonetta soundtrack, and the Great Ace Attorney one. And then this one time I listened to the Kiryu Ryuji fight theme because I was like, I need to listen to that piano theme right now. It's very important. And what is it? The Majima theme that I like. First Even Bite You. The Yakuza soundtrack is right there. There's a few Yakuza soundtrack songs I really like. I'm also constantly listening to the Yakuza karaoke. So, by YouTube, my YouTube rewind for like, it does like the monthly ones, I think. It's gonna be so fucked.
Sounds like you figured it all out. But remember, I was the victim. I was out cold.
Oh, you too, huh? Yeah. I am not immune to Yakuza karaoke. I'm blasting Judgment every other day. Yeah, yeah. I've been listening to a lot of Loneliness Loop. It's a really good song. But what about Dr. Maractus? That does seem to be the problem. He had just strangled the Lita Tiala, perhaps, he thought, to death. What did he do after his crime?
I was just knocked out, not dead.
From the state of his clinic and the scene at the park, I think it's clear what the good doctor did next. Well, Hair Forehead, care to guess? Well, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? Maybe he did think he killed Alita Tiala. Do I have evidence to show what he did next? Car?
Take that!
Yeah, right? That's not right, is it? Just what? Hair Forehead? Your smile has a sort of sick explanation to it, Mr. Justice. What, this smile? Let's try again, shall we? Now, Mr. Justice, what did Dr. Maractus do? I don't... yeah. I hate for Judge funny. The judges are like serious in the Great Ace Attorney and they're like good at their job. So it's not, they're not as funny 100% of the time, but OG Judge never knows what's going on. Oh God, I don't remember the answer. This is a problem. Slipper? I can't go back. So if I don't get this one, I'm gonna story mode it, but...
Take that!
Damn. That was not correct at all. You put her in the car is the bit, right? I have the story mode it because I can't get it wrong one more time, but... Actually, wait. My attorney's badge, obviously. Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah, it's story mode. Is it the bowl to say that he put her in the noodle stand? Okay. Large quantity of bowls were found in the clinic. Bowls that belonged to a certain noodle stand. Which means the stand at the was at the clinic. Why? Because Dr. Maractus stole it and brought it here.
What, killing me disturbed him that much?
How's the game going? Cool cosplay. Thank you. The game's going. I don't remember a lot of this case. So we're down to one penalty, guys.
So much he randomly stole a noodle stand?
It wasn't so random, remember? He removed all the bowls. Okay, so like I'm trying to remember how this case went, right? In my mind, didn't he put her in the trunk of the car and then drive to the noodle stand? Oh no, that doesn't make sense because the noodle stand is right the fuck next to him. I see. When does the car come in? Because I know at some point he gets in the car. Because then he almost hits Phoenix with it. I don't remember. The first time I played this, I finished the case and went, wait, who hit Phoenix with the car? Like, I don't ever have any idea what's going on in Turnabout Corner because there's so much of it.
Maybe because the stand was heavy?
Or he wanted to put something in the stand in their place. Ah. Wait, you don't mean... I do. There are like 3 things you have to... Yeah, unfortunately, there's so much shit going on all the time. Things are happening always. Dr. Maractus did replace those bowls with something. Your corpse, Miss Tiala.
My corpse?
Dr. Maractus panicked. He thought he'd killed you. It's also the thing of like, I'm going through these cases being like, I've played this already. I don't have to think about the case. And then I get to a point where I have to actually present evidence and I'm like, oh god, I haven't played this in over a year. I don't remember. His next move would be to dispose of the body.
That's crazy talk. You're all crazy.
Objection!
Then let's think about it logically. The doctor had a place to dispose of you in mind. But on his way there, who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki? Wait, no, why would he not go for his literal car? Why did he put her in the noodle stand? When did he put her in the car? I know there's a point that he had to put her in the car, right? Because the bit is that he hit Phoenix because he was like panicking and because he's a shit driver. Or I made that up. No, I'll figure out the answer in like 20 minutes or something. It's fine. I'll figure it out. Who should he run into but the defendant, Waki Kitaki?
Objection!
I question your logic. What's this, Prosecutor Gavin? The park is a dead end. Why would he head in that direction to begin with?
That's right. He had no reason to go there. Oh, now I get it. It was a trick. That spoiled brat made him do it. He made the doctor steal the stand.
Objection!
Tell me, why would someone go to a dead end? Unless the park was his destination.
What?
Apparently the defense has an idea. I don't. Tell us where Dr. Maractus was heading with the stand. Here, please show us on this diagram. Where exactly was the victim dragging that stand? I straight up do not remember. What? I don't remember this part of the case existing. The river, logically, right? We're gonna go with the river, and if it game overs us, it was nice knowing you. There? That's a river. Yay, unique dialogue. We did it right. Yes, Your Honor. I scarcely need to explain why. Perfect place to dispose of a body.
He was going to throw me into that river?
You didn't have many other options, Fraulein. Where does the car fucking come up? Like, I believe this clears up all of the remaining questions. It really fucking doesn't, Apollo. Oh, this case. I love the Kitaki so much. I love the Kitakis. Alita Tiala is great. Guy Aldun is great. Unfortunately, the case exists. I say it with love, I promise. The victim pulling the stand and the defendant before him. And inside the stand, you, Miss Alita Tiala. And then the denouement. Classic pro tag is ahead of the player moment. Me, the entire time I am playing as Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Always. I didn't read that. No, I didn't read either of those dialogue boxes. Hold on. Go back. I don't know what you said. Okay, let's actually read those dialogue boxes. Wesley Stickler, of panty snatching fame, walks up. Seeing the two men, he shouts, and in that instant...
So, I shot him?
You were the only one who could have stolen Waki's pistol. It had to be you. This is also, like... I am not a lawyer. I have never taken a law class in my life. Apollo's case kind of sucks for this one, right? like, a lot of his statements cannot be backed up. Like, I understand that, like, for simplicity's sake and for the sake of this original game is Japanese, and it's really hard to get a hold of guns. Even, like, apparently if you're in the Yakuza, thanks Yakuza for this knowledge. Like, it's not common that even organized criminals will have firearms on them. So it's difficult to get the guns. So Apollo goes, oh, logically, you're the only person who could have stolen the gun from Waki, but, like, any Kitaki family members, logically, would have been able to get that. Like, the bit is like, oh, Waki's the next in line to be head of the Kitaki family, so he could easily get it, but then so could both of his parents. Like, obviously it's not them because they are wonderful people and we love them, but, like, it could have been Winfred or Plum who totally had access to those guns. And then what was the other part where he was just like, oh, when he goes for the bullet, like, he presents the bullet to be like, oh, we can guess from the bullet that the safe was open, instead of first proving that the safe was open and then presenting the bullet. You know? It's fine. It's his first case without Kristoff. He's gonna be a little wonky. Well, Miss Tiala.
Nice work.
You mean I'm right?
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story.
It's his only case without Kristoff so far, yeah. And I can't imagine, to be fair, he's only had one case with Kristoff. I think if Kristoff I could talk about Kristoff for ages. I think if Kristoff had been his co-counsel consistently, Apollo, like, would almost never get a word in. Like, as much as he does in the first tutorial case, right? Like, it's only because Phoenix is the witness that you have a witness that's actively trying to fight Kristoff. And so your entire case is just combating Kristoff because Phoenix is totally manipulating Apollo in the first case, to get Kristoff put in jail. And so, like, Phoenix is coming into this case with, like, anti-Kristoff ammo, basically, and arms you with it, and you can work around Kristoff. And Apollo's a protagonist, and we love Apollo in this house, so I think he is the type of person who would be able to talk around Kristoff eventually. The hater vibes are so incredibly strong. Apollo's very much a person who, like, can't really be controlled well by Kristoff, I think. Which makes him a good protagonist for that first case. But, like, any other lawyer in Kristoff's firm, I'm sure, like, cannot get a word in edgewise and, like, only operates on Kristoff's exact formula of how a case should go. Yeah, Apollo has a very strong established sense of morality. And I think Kristoff, when hiring him, must have been like, this is going so deep for no reason. I think Kristoff, when hiring him, would have been like, I want Apollo justice because he is a young, extremely accomplished lawyer. Like, I assume Apollo had incredible grades in law school, and, like, he's really young. He's like 21, I think. Even by Ace Attorney standards, that is, like, young for a lawyer. And so he was just like, Prodigy, I'm taking you. But, like, I think Kristoff trains his lawyers in such a way that they are supposed to be, like, little Kristoff copies, you know? That was his first day on the job, yeah. Good lord. Can you imagine, first day on the job, your boss gets arrested for murder? And your boss gets specifically arrested for the murder that you're trying to defend somebody else from.
I mean, you've done a fine job dreaming up a story. To get that spoiled brat off the hook.
You're the one who's dreaming.
Not only that, you send your boss to jail personally.
Apollo's backed up everything he said with facts. If you're so sure that he's making it up, give us another reason.
In front of your hero in the world of law, and then it turns out that your hero kind of sucks, actually, and so you punch him in the face. What a first day on the job. I love Turnabout Trump. It is such a good case. Genuinely. Oh god. Were it not for the Jezile Brett case, Turnabout Trump would be my favorite tutorial case. And there you go, work for him and his wacky daughter.
Why was Dr. Maractus pulling that stand through the park?
Who knows? But there's one gaping hole in your logic. I think Mr. Gavin knows whereof I speak.
Whereof what? I can't believe she's saying whereof. I can't believe she's still trying to deny this. Is this true, Prosecutor Gavin? Must I always be the one to point out her forehead's errors? Ah, maybe there really is something. I believe the Fräulein speaks of Herr Doctor's car. There we go, we're getting to the car. His car?
That's right. The Maractus Clinic has that big garage.
In which sat a green sports car, was it?
Why would he steal the stand in the first place?
Oh, okay, so the game is straight up doing the thing that I thought was... in my defense, I thought the car came up first.
If he wanted to carry a body, he would have used his car.
Okay, was the bit... I think the bit was he is just a garbage driver, accidentally hit Phoenix, and then panicked because he'd hit somebody directly in front of the Kitaki mansion and then like driven back to get the noodle car. I can't remember. It's been a hot second. So we find our victim without probable cause to steal that stand. And our defense without a case.
I have an idea. You know that green car? I bet it wouldn't run. It was broken.
Ah, what an excellent counter-argument, Fräulein. Too bad you're quite wrong. Clearly you don't own an air fryer. Don't tell me you've forgotten what happened to your daddy.
Daddy.
That's right. That night, the car that hit Mr. Wright was that green sports car. Which part? The air fryer part or the daddy part? Oh, yes, I'd nearly forgotten about it. Afterward, he drove it back to that garage. It ran fine. The air fryer part.
That's right.
So why didn't he use his beloved sports car?
Are we calling that a sports car? Sorry, I don't know car breeds, but like, I don't think that was a sports car, man. Ugh. A glaring contradiction, to be sure. More glaring than your forehead. No. No! I also, the more I do, yeah, ma'am, that was a sedan. The more I do, like, Klavier's voice, because it's a very, like, I know some people go with the German accent, and I think that honestly is a good idea, because Phoenix mentions that he has a German accent later. Personally, I think he chose to grow out of it, because it's a fake accent. But also, what was I gonna say? Like, there's similarities between my Kristoff and my Klavier voice that I didn't notice before. T. Order, order, order! Well, Mr. Justice? Why didn't Maractus use his car to carry the body? So... Why do you make me say words? Why do you make me say words? I've voiced Cosmo Sogi, I can do that. Wait, do I have my... I just put him somewhere. Where did I put him? I have my Cosmo Bean somewhere. I do this every stream. I'm like, where's my Cosmo Bean? And then I put him somewhere, like, for the sake of finding him again. And then he's lost. No. I don't know. I like... Oh, there he is. Hehe. Cosmo Bean. Yep. There we go. We love him. Can he like safely sit up here because of my glasses? Sick. I hope he doesn't fall off. I'm gonna forget he's there. Phasma Bean. Anyway. Is that a grunt of surrender, I hear? Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. It's time to look at the court record. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. Everything I've learned? Oh, there's a wig hair in my... Did I just rip off my lash? I didn't. It's fine. My fake eyelashes are holding on for dear life. Mr. Justice, this contradiction casts doubt on your entire case. I should order new eyelashes. I should add these eyelashes to my... Oh, I should add them to my throne wish list, which... Do I have... Hold on. Is it throne? Damn, that's not it. Do I have a command for it? That's not the thing for commands, is it? It's commands. Sick transition, guys. Me having to look up my own command page. Actually, while I'm doing this, I totally don't have a throne wish list one. Okay, pretend I said something. I have a throne wish list, and my birthday is coming up. So where the fuck did I put it? Here, I'll just do it manually. I'm such a polished streamer, guys. Okay, that's my throne wish list. It's got some stuff on it. And while I'm talking about links and shit, you can always join my community Discord server. You get stuff like when my streams are live. Me talking about Yakuza 24/7. Me talking about the Great Ace Attorney 24/7, really. Tons of people who really like Ace Attorney. Lots of people who like similar games, Persona, Somnium Files. You know the Ace Attorney in-laws when you see them. All my cosplay, because I cosplay fairly often, etc. Random Miku song of the week. Other things include my Nexus store. You can buy this game off my Nexus store. You can also buy the Great Ace Attorney Ghost Trick. I want to say there's still a sale going on for Capcom games right now that gets you, first of all, like a really big Ghost Trick and Great Ace Attorney, I want to say, are on really big sales right now if it's still going on. And you also get a free month of Nitro, I think, if you buy things before March 25th. That sounds right. If you buy Capcom games off of me, I'm gonna try and remember to put up the pre-order for Dragon's Dogma 2 this week. You get a free month of Nitro, you get your Capcom game for the usual price, or if it's on sale, a lower price, and you get to support me while doing it. What other links do I usually have? What the hell do I... yeah, that's it. Other updates for the... Oh god, I closed the game. Other updates that are going on right now. The Great Ace Attorney Investigation Zine. If you have finished the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles and you want to see what happens afterwards, I am a feature writer on the Investigation Zine. You should totally grab a copy. It's really neat. There's a lot of really cool artwork in it and a lot of really cool fics. Yeah. Do I have any other updates? I don't know. I'll do this again later and we'll figure it out. Look at that segue that was so seamless and so well practiced, guys. I know what the hell I'm doing. I am a content creator. Is he still up here? He is. This is truly your last chance. He is just hanging on. I have to be very careful once I drink more water, though. But yeah. Oh, yeah, my birthday is Wednesday. I never said that, I don't think. Yeah, Wednesday is my birthday, so this counts as birthday stream. Because I'm not streaming again this week. Okay, the defense will explain to us what happened that night. Someone else stole the stand now. Oh fuck, that's soon, yeah. I frequently forget about my own birthday until, like, day of. It's the first day of spring, most of the time. And it's also the day Juan Carita dies, March 20th. Yippee. The car didn't run. He carried the body in the car. It has to be he carried the body in the car because it's not that the car didn't run. Because we know it did because it hit Phoenix. And it's not someone else stole the stand because I can't take it anymore. He carried the body in the car. And then something happened. I don't remember what. False eyelashes, man. The victim used the car to carry the body. So you're throwing out everything you've wait, yeah. So you're throwing out everything you've proven up until now. Well, if the car wasn't broken, you know that classic thing people say about cars, it's broken. I admit, listen, sometimes you look at the cute defense attorney from across the room and things happen. You can't say words anymore. I admire your adaptability in the face of impossible odds. Yet this does not explain why he was pulling that stand. Jesus Christ. Good Lord. The inner corners of my eyelashes. I need to get a new fucking lash glue too, is what it is. What's going on? Is Prosecutor Gavin trying to tell me something? Perhaps we need to ask you again. This truly is your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. Someone else stole the stand? Who else stole the stand? Bro, I don't remember. At least there's no penalty. Actually, it was someone else who stole that stand. But then why was the victim pulling it? Well, you would have had to steal it from someone else. So it's the thing. This is what I get for not paying attention. Back where we started, Mr. Justice. Without an explanation for why he didn't use the car. I'll ask you again. This is truly your last chance. The defense will explain to us what happened that night. The car didn't... No, wait! Clicked it wrong. Damn it. There we go. The car didn't run. I have an idea. It's all coming together. Oh yeah. It's all coming together. That night, Dr. Maractus couldn't use his car.
Huh. Now you're just making even less sense than usual.
Not according to my information, Miss Ciala. Put one and one together, and the explanation is simple. If it's so simple, perhaps you can show us some evidence. Bro, I don't remember. Oh, because the panties were in them. I remember. Let's see now. Panties. Again? Again? Why?
All sorts of things come out of my panties. Even the truth.
Another crime was committed the night of the murder. The theft of these panties. The latest in a string of similar thefts, actually. But that night, the snatcher was caught in the act. Bro, I still don't remember, like, what the... I still don't remember this part. I can't remember the car accident part of this case. I'm gonna be so real. I never do. Kazuma! Wow, this is just like in the game. A brave young girl chased the thief until he hid. In the Maractus Clinic garage. I'm gonna pick up my Cosma Bean, damn. Hold on. I got him. It's okay. He lived. In the Maractus Clinic garage.
What?
The snatcher hid the panties there before running. Perhaps someone in this court remembers where he hid them? Why? Weren't they found in the car's exhaust pipe? Exactly. By the way, I learned something yesterday. Very important piece of information. And I learned it from you, Prosecutor Gavin. Are you about to say that cars won't run because there's a thing in the exhaust because...
So you were here investigating?
And I was on my way home. When my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? My motorcycle won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe.
Too bad. It looks like such a nice bike, too. Hard to believe that it could just break from just that.
Cars, motorbikes, they're all the same. Fog the exhaust and they won't run.
My, how interesting.
While Miss Tiala and the doctor were struggling, the panty snatcher snuck into the Maractus Clinic garage. From that time until the time we found these, that car wouldn't start.
What?
That's why Dr. Maractus had to use the noodle stand. It was the next closest thing he could think of.
Well, Miss Tiala? I love how he doesn't say anything, he just does that. This wraps your doubts up quite nicely, I think.
So it does.
When did the car accident happen? When did the car accident happen? Oh man. This case. There's so much happening always, all the time. I wouldn't need to say anything if I could conjure an air guitar solo. Yeah, you're so right.
Where am I? So dark. Can't see. Cramped. The pain. My throat's burning.
What's your problem? You, Doc! I know what you did.
Walkie?
You lied to me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna give you a taste of your own medicine, man. Wait, let me explain. Fine. I'll give you your last request. Listen, you're being tricked. Not how you think. It's not just me.
No. He'll ruin everything. I have to stop him.
Cease this at once, you two! I still don't know when the car accident happened. I don't...
Funny, this isn't the way I was supposed to turn out. Oh well. Too bad.
Still one mystery. How did you manage to disappear from that stand?
In the silence after the shot, I heard the witness running.
I believe we heard as much from Wesley Stickler. He went to use a public phone to inform the police.
Which is when I made my escape.
Which is when you left that slipper print.
Dr. Maractus didn't bother taking my slippers off. I threw them out after I stepped in that paint, though.
That was your mistake.
No, my biggest mistake was coming to you for help, Mr. Justice. I believed in you. You and your anything agency. If anyone would get Walkie declared guilty, it was you.
To be fair, if I saw if I saw any legal work being done at a place called an anything agency, I would also assume it would that he would get him convicted. I believe we've reached a conclusion of sorts. Prosecutor Gavin, how is Miss Alita Tiala doing? She's confessed to everything. We're processing her arrest now.
Prosecutor Gavin sure seems calm for someone who just lost.
I think he already knew. He'd figured out she was the killer a while ago. Some advice. Now's a good time to review all you know. Everything you've learned over the last 2 days. He lost, but I didn't exactly win either. Something the matter, Hair Forehead. And then they didn't talk. Looks like it's time to announce a verdict. And then they didn't talk. There was just this weird tension across the courtroom for the rest of the... Hot! Milky! We did it. Walkie. Court is adjourned. June 17th, 4:12 p.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2.
Great job, Apollo. You did it!
Yeah, we did. Somehow.
Walkie's off the hook. Free to become the gangster he's always wanted to be. And he has you to thank.
Hey, attorney man! You're gonna pay for what you did to my Alita, Holmes.
Or to blame, I guess.
You give my Alita back. Stupid pointy-head attorney with a death wish.
I think it's Winfred, right? I don't remember what my voice for him was. Enough, Walkie. Mr. Kitaki. It's high time you opened your eyes, Walkie.
What do you know, old man? I think it's about time you open yours. Giving up the life, trying to become some kind of businessman.
Don't talk about what you don't understand, Walkie. Hey, Mr. Kitaki, do not say that about Big Wins Kitaki. He does not deserve that kind of slander.
I'm afraid the guard is going to throw them both out.
That said, Plum Kitaki and Yayoi Dojima should be friends. They should get brunch. Not in jail. Wouldn't that be a happy ending?
Hey, maybe we can help them out. We know why Mr. Kitaki needs to make so much money. Maybe we should tell Walkie. Oh, Walkie? Apollo has something to tell you.
Huh? I do? You're gonna put me on the spot. What's that?
Show him the reason why, Apollo.
Why is Mr. Kitaki trying to become a businessman? Oh, this is gonna be really embarrassing if I get it wrong. I don't know if it's this medical chart or if it's this medical chart. I think it's this medical chart, but I'm gonna story mode it just in case because I don't want it to be awkward. There we go. Think about it, Walkie. Think about your condition. I talked with your mother, Little Plum, yesterday. It pays, but we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is.
She doesn't mean.
You want... Really? Are you? I searched the globe, and I found one. A doctor who can take that bullet out of you, Walkie. I think I'm giving him and his wife the same voice, oh no. But it's an expensive procedure.
Man, but you got plenty of money already, don't you?
I won't use it. It was the gangster life that did this to you, Walkie. I want to help you, and I want to do it clean. This is literally a Yakuza plotline, yeah. Look at him. He looks so friendly. I love the Kitaki so much. It's such a cute character design. It's like the dad in Luca. Please understand, Walkie. Dad. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Big wins all around. Oh, I love Walkie so much. Man, I see how it is, old man. Always you looking out for...
Walkie?
Listen good, old man. One day, I'm gonna take you out. Then we'll see who's the OG. You try to hide in your business suit, I'll find you. Stupid old geezer.
Hi, Walkie.
I love Walkie. Ah. I love the Kentucky really. Ooh. No, it's as it should be. This literally does sound like a Yakuza sub-story, though. It's really funny. Mr. Kitaki. I liked him more without the puppy dog eyes. I like him with the puppy dog eyes. Don't be mean. I'm glad to have met you. I'm not so good with words. But I know a professional job when I see one. Thank you. Who, me? I don't think... Someday, I'll bake you one of our latest. The Kitaki lime pie. He's opening a pie shop? So long. These are probably the worst pies in Japanifornia. And he was gone.
Well, let's head back, Apollo. To the Right Anything Agency.
Hey, since when do I work at your agency?
Aw, we make a good team. Don't just stand there, let's get going.
Huh? Why not? She did help me out. And there's a few questions that still need answers. Like this power of mine that she showed me. And my bracelet. If anyone can help me figure it out, it's her. Though I can't say I care much for what her father has become.
Oh, that's right. We have to go someplace first.
Huh? Where?
Why, to claim our reward from Mr. Eldoon.
Ah, salty noodles, right. You got a stand back already?
Oh, and after that, you can come see my show. With a special appearance by the amazing Mr. Hat.
Oh, it's special, all right. Please, anything but him. I love the little animation when he takes her hat and her hair moves. It's cute. The end! Oh, we did it. And it didn't take an obscenely long time. We get to start Turnabout Serenade next time. Let's return to the games menu, because I'm not touching that yet. I'm excited for Serenade. I really love Serenade. I know it's a lot of people's least favorite case in this game. But for me personally, it was that one. Corner is... the investigation in Corner is rough. It could also be that Serenade also is a rough investigation, and I don't remember because we made it really funny when we streamed it on Max's channel. But yeah, it has some of my favorite characters in it too, so I'm excited. Okay, what week is it this week? Yeah, I should be back, same schedule, next week, with Turnabout Serenade. I just did all the announcements and I'm gonna do them again. As usual, here is my community Discord. If you would like to join my community Discord now that I am not playing the game, and you can click away. It's my birthday on Wednesday. Yippee yay. Great Ace Attorney Investigation Zine has pre-orders up until I want to say the 22nd. If you're done with the Great Ace Attorney, it is a neat zine that I am a part of as a writer. It'd be really cool if you checked it out. You can buy this game on my Nexus store, as well as many other games. Well, I can add many other games. There's only Shutakami games on there right now. I'll try to get up the pre-order for Dragon's Dogma soon, and you can get, I think, a free month of Discord Nitro if you order a Capcom game. If you buy a Capcom game now. And also supports me. If you would like to be super duper nice, this is my throne wish list, and it's my birthday this week, so it'd be cool or something. I got some cosplay wigs that need to be bought for my latest for my next convention. And it's a list of things that's like, well, if you don't buy them, I will. So that's how it goes. Yeah. I think those are all the things. As usual, the VOD will be up for this probably Wednesday, if not Thursday, and the clips will also be up on that day. Yippee yay yay. Stan the Kitaki family. I'm gonna go take these contact lenses out and take these eyelashes off. Thank y'all for coming to my early birthday stream. And to the finale of Turnabout Corner. I'm only getting into cosplay a couple times during these streams, guys. Have to make it count. But yeah, I'm gonna go take all this makeup off and everything. That was super fun. Goodbye.
Bye.